Greetings everyone, this is Cindy Trains and down for the train channel speaking to you, and just a quick tour about V-sets. V-sets are like Oscars, where they are 4 cassettes, but sometimes coupled into 8 cassettes. Carriage numbers with V-sets start with DIM, DIT, DKM, DKT, DCM, DCT, DTD, DTM, DKT, and DJM. I could probably list a few more, but that's probably all I know. V-sets run Newcastle Central Coast up to Newcastle and the Blue Mountains line up to Lithgow and Mount Victoria. The first one into service in about 1970, and the last one was in late 1989. As you can see here with V20. V20 is one of the many sets that has DCT and DTD, or DTD cars. The sets that have X-guard cabs in them are V26, V20, V21, and I think maybe even V22. That's probably all I know. And yes, now back on the 1st of July 2013, V1 and V16 had just come out of a major refurb. They had new seating, new flooring, repainted, and also a new livery, which you now know is the New South Wales Train livery. Many sets are now getting the refurb. As of today, I don't know, maybe about 30 sets have got the refurbishment already. I don't know. But you don't usually see V-sets with the older intercity livery, like V20 here. DIM 8045 Explorer. Now, here's an example here with V8. This was taken when I went to Olympic Park back in April. But yes, yeah, the toilets probably still smell the same, but even though I probably dare not go into the toilet because I've heard bad news about all toilets, especially the Oscars. And yes, so with the refurbishment, a lot of the sets became jumbled up. So, for example, back in, 2012, there was V92 and V96. Just that on a side note, back in January 2012, these sets ended their services on South Coast services and were replaced by Oscars. Anyway, let's get back to the jumbled up things. There was V92 and V96, two two-car sets. V92 was DCM 8032 and DCT 9032. V96 was DTD 9036 and DTM 8036. You may remember these sets because apparently after the refurbishment, they coupled up and broke into a 4-car set and became V21. Also, there was a V64, and yes, there was also V64. V23, a bit of history about V23. V23 became V47 with carriages. One of the carriages is DJM 8100. V47 didn't get refurbished until about, I don't know, like May, June, maybe even early July. So yes, but yes, as you saw from Phil's from the Sydney Trains Vlogs channels, V49, 49th vlog, sorry, not V49, V21, and he showed you a walkthrough of DCM, DCD, DTD, DTN. V-sets also had destination indicators, but some were removed, I don't know, about 2001, maybe 2002. But back then they had the Blue Goose livery and the Golden Goose livery, and also the editor livery that you see nowadays. Anyway, guys, I thought I got carried away, but I think I did. I hope that was somewhat interesting. I'm going to wrap it up now. Before I do anything, there's V8's target plate. Haha. Anyway, don't forget to give me the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, plus favorite video. I'll see you all in the next tour. Bye for now.